Welcome to this explainer of the AI and LLM Foundations curriculum. Today, we're diving straight into Week 1, Day 1. Our focus? Agentic engineering. We're moving way past theoretical AI today and getting right into the actual mechanics of how to build these systems. So, let's just dive right in.
Here's our blueprint for today. We'll start off with a welcome to Agentic AI, compare agents versus chatbots, and then look at automation versus agents. After that, we'll explore single and multi-agent AI, and finally, we'll wrap up with building your first assistant.
All right, Section 1, welcome to Agentic AI.
So, what exactly is Agentic AI? To really grasp this core concept, it helps to look at what it isn't. For the longest time, AI has basically been a reactive tool. You ask a question, you get a static answer. You push a button, it runs a pre-programmed script. But Agentic AI? It completely flips that script. The core focus here is that word agentic. It literally means having agency. We're talking about an AI system that doesn't just sit around waiting for your every micro command. Instead, it perceives its environment, makes its own decisions, and takes action to hit a specific goal. Honestly, it's kind of like the difference between a static reference book and a proactive research assistant. And that massive shift is exactly what we're unpacking today.
Moving right along to Section 2, Agents versus Chatbots.
This is a vital shift in our curriculum, moving from AI that just talks to AI agents that actually act. Don't get me wrong, standard conversational chatbots are fantastic. They parse language, they generate text back to you, they talk. But an AI agent? It might use a chatbot interface to chat with you, but behind the scenes it's packing a whole toolkit. Actually, a single agentic task could trigger dozens of hidden API calls in the background just to pull off what feels like a simple request to you. Think of it this way. A chatbot tells you how to book a flight, but an AI agent actually goes into the system, navigates the web, fires off those APIs, and books the whole shebang for you. It's all about executing tasks for sure, not just generating words.
Next up, Section 3, Automation versus Agents. Now, here's a trap a lot of developers fall into. They think a scheduled, automated script is an agent. Well, not quite. Let's contrast these two. Traditional AI automation is basically a rigid set of rules. You know the drill. If X happens, then do Y. It's highly structured, super predictable, and frankly, fantastic for repetitive tasks. But if X looks even a little bit different today than it did yesterday, the whole thing breaks down. AI agents, on the other hand, are highly adaptable. If an agent hits a roadblock, it doesn't just crash and spit out an error code. It actually reasons through the problem. It asks itself, okay, that path didn't work, so what's another way to reach my goal? Automation follows a strict map, right? But an agent, you give it a compass and a destination, and it figures out the best route all on its own.
Which brings us to Section 4, Single and Multi-Agent AI.
The curriculum draws a really clear line here between deploying one standalone agent and building a collaborative network of agents. A single agent system is exactly what it sounds like. It's one AI agent armed with a specific set of tools and instructions working autonomously to solve a task. It's super powerful, but it does have limits based on its context window and specific programming. But multi-agent systems? Oh man, this is where things get truly fascinating. This is where you have different AI agents, maybe with different personas or specialized tools, collaborating together. Imagine having one agent acting as a researcher, another as the writer, and a third as the editor. They literally pass information back and forth, critique each other's work, and deliver a final output that completely blows away what one single agent could do alone. It's basically the difference between a solo practitioner and a highly specialized corporate team.
To really bring this theory to life, let's look at how this is being deployed out in the real world. Because we're not just talking about abstract computer science here. We're talking about customer service agents that don't just read FAQs at you, but actively access databases to process your refund and update your account at the exact same time. We are talking about multi-agent coding teams, where one agent writes the code, another instantly tests it, finds the bugs, and kicks it back for revision, all without a human ever lifting a single finger. Or automated financial analysts that monitor global news, query specific market data, and execute trades based on wildly complex shifting parameters. These systems are absolutely defining the cutting edge of tech right now.
Finally, Section 5, Building Your First Assistant. All right, so the curriculum moves from all that theory right into practice with two very clear steps. Step 1 is where you actually build your first AI assistant, taking those concepts of tool use and reasoning and applying them into a working model. Then, Step 2 is the big, culminating project for this module, creating a simple ChatGPT-like chatbot. The whole idea is to build that conversational interface that sits right on top of these foundation models. This two-step process totally demystifies the tech.
By building the interface yourself, you see exactly how user inputs are parsed and prepared. And that is absolutely crucial. It's the exact foundational layer you need before you can start attaching those complex agentic actions to those inputs.
So as we wrap up this look at day 1 of the Foundations curriculum, we're left with a pretty critical question. When you build a ChatGPT-like bot using these frameworks, what is it ultimately going to achieve? Will it just talk, or will it act? The leap from basic automation to true reasoning AI is already here. The sheer potential of single and multi-agent collaboration is actively reshaping entire industries as we speak. The tools to build this future are literally right at your fingertips. So, what are you going to build with them? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.